you. Hi there, and welcome to the semi-final review of Show Me the Money. And for the first time, we'll have 2 new winners this year. How's it going, Craig? Or 1 new winner?
Good evening, Johnny. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Are you over the hangover of the hammering? Not even the defeat, the hammering.
Well, my team turned up like it's supposed to, and your team went fucking mental. So my team's done the same as what it's done all year. So it's nothing to do with me. It's your team's just been absolutely fucking crazy. So what you don't fall on your face for the final, though?
It's been a good week. We've got 2 teams in the final. We've got 2 teams chasing the number 1 slot.
I'll go for this one first.
Are you going for the rip the band-aid off early? Is that what it is?
Well, yeah. Well, you're the one dying to talk about it, so.
Well, I mean, what's to talk about, really, Johnny? It was over very early, you know. But
It was. It was over the first touchdown that Jonathan Taylor ran in.
Usually when we get to playoff time, that's when my team disappears, you know, and they fall away. So it's very nice to see them all show up this week, you know, and show up they did. You know, they all showed up, every single one of them scored. Hawkinson was the only one that didn't, and the Colts defense didn't get into double digits. Everybody else double digits. You know,
Everybody scored a
Johnny
touchdown.
Taylor took umbrage of dropping the ball and heading into the end zone and decided to have probably the best game of his career. You know, and it absolutely did not help you with Pacheco only getting 2.5 points, you know.
Hi, Martin. I thought I'd just get this one out of the way. It's a good timing. As you can tell, Craig's very happy with 162.14, the highest individual score in Show Me the Money history, against myself with a whole 76.10. But funnily enough, it's not actually the lowest score in the semi-finals, but we'll get to that one later on. Yeah, Jarrett Goff 30 points, Jonathan Taylor with 39 points, A-Chain with 25 points, Ridley with 13.8 points, Thomas with 19.2 points, Hawkinson gave me a chance 2.7, Ramondre Stevenson 11.3, Ryland 14 points, and Coach Stephon 6 points. And you had Gus Bus at 19 points on the bench. Yeah, I can understand why I didn't win that game.
I mean, my guys just turned up this week, Johnny, which was nice. You know, the trouble is I've got to do it one more time, you know. I mean, you had Gibbs, and that was pretty much it. You know, Abdullah kind of tried a little bit for you, but that was too little too late because that was later on. I mean, honestly, it never looked in any danger. I was always in control of this one. And yeah, I mean, while Gibbs was racking up his 21 points, Goff was racking up 30 for me. So I was quite happy there. Gibbs got his touchdown. I guaranteed that touchdown, Johnny.
Oh, he was always going to get a touchdown. The problem with this game was over when Taylor went for his 63-yard touchdown. So this game was over about 7:15.
Yeah,
he'd already scored points for Goff, and Pacheco did bugger all against Houston. Yeah, that was like the Bengals defense had a good game, but that was it.
It's nice to see Thomas stepping up, you know, and being the main target there in Jacksonville. I just hope that it is, and Mac Jones it's thrown to him this week because he got hurt as well, didn't he? And I don't need a third stringer coming out and thrown to him, but certainly if it's Mac Jones, then good thing, you know, there's been good things happening for Thomas, and hopefully we'll have one last good week for me. But yeah, unlucky, Johnny. I mean, as you say, your team kind of done what it was supposed to do, maybe a little bit under par, but not overly under par. It was just that my guys all showed up and they all knocked it out of the park.
Just a wee bit. I think they broke the park. We'll go into the other semi-final, and obviously this was Alan on his last year, 104.78 against Doug's dream team, 65.04. Yeah, so I wasn't the lowest scoring team. It didn't help losing Hurts early on with 4 points, but I think it
the dream team tactics. The dream team tactics fall down once more, eh? Travis Kelce's other traded for player done absolutely nothing for him once more. And I mean, the whole entire weekend, I was just waiting on Doug's team kicking off. I was waiting on Doug's team kicking off, and it just never happened. And Alan was chugging away there nicely, Jackson going out and getting him 25, Connor getting him 22, just nicking over nicely, JSN now getting his customary double digits. And Doug just never really got into it. And well, we always knew Doug had Jacobs to come in the last game, and that was likely going to, turn in a good few points. So if he could just stay close. But yeah, Dowdle didn't show up for him. Brown didn't show up for him. Nico Collins, Neighbours. He left AJ Brown on the bench, which was a mistake. It didn't matter in the end, but it was a mistake. He left Joanne Jennings on the bench. He had these options, and this is
the Packers T in the bench.
Matter who he went for, because AJ Brown, even with AJ Brown in there, it doesn't get him the points. Even with the Packers D in there, it doesn't get him the points. I have no idea why he didn't start the Packers D against that Saints offense, but there we go. He went with the Steelers against the Ravens offense instead, and it didn't work out. But yeah, so Alan in his final year goes into the final. Congratulations, Alan. Well
The
done.
second final, I think it is. Just your first final, is it?
Second final, was he not the final of the first year?
Yeah, he was in the first one. Is this your first final?
Mine?
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. It might very well be, actually. I think I was maybe in one more. I think maybe you beat me in one. One of
No, I
yours.
didn't beat you one. I beat Alan in the first one.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't think I've been in one before. I think this might be my first. But yeah, it should be a good game. I'm looking forward to the week. Obviously, it's already started. Alan's had Lamar. We'll see how he's got on in a second. But he's had Lamar already played. The week has started. It started on Wednesday. It continues tonight and then runs into Saturday, then Sunday. Finishes Monday night as always. So yeah, big week in store for myself and for Alan. And may the best man win. May the best team win.
So, of course, we'll do the consolations because they're in the semi-final. So, Eskimo Brothers got 96 points against the boys are back in town. So, Sean's got a chance to go back-to-back number one picks, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, close game.
Yeah, and that's what Alan. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard at 28 points. That's probably it. Yeah, that last touchdown by Chuba Hubbard in overtime sealed the game. He could have kicked a field goal to win it, and he ran it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course, and that's what's won it for him in the end. So yeah, I mean, it was a very close game. Unlucky Ross. Nice push towards the end, after being 1-10 to finish 3-11, and then make a run to win a playoff game. Pretty decent, but yeah, season over now for Ross. I mean, he's obviously playing for what will it be, third place in the last game, but what to do?
Yeah.
And yeah, again, Sean, the other one with the great late run. So these were two informed teams heading into the game, and
they played the Blue Toon Patriots, who scored 105 points against the Tartan Bears, 85.26. So the Blue Toons could try and get the number one pick. Here they go. Oh yeah,
yes, so another big one for Chris, and again, kind of faltered in the middle of the season after started pretty well, but then faltered right through the middle of the season. I mean, it was just such an awful run for him, wasn't it? But he's bounced back towards the end, and he's got himself a chance at nabbing the first pick next year. Jefferson showed up for him this week, which is always handy, and Richardson, obviously, he's been so hot and cold all season long, so he's turned up when it mattered, and it's helped Chris into the final.
Yeah, for 2 rushing touchdowns he had as well, wasn't it? He'd won
he had a couple of rushing touchdowns. Yeah,
imagine what Jonathan Taylor if he got those 2 rushes as well. That'd be 5 touchdowns.
That's it. So it's so Chris Marks on, and as for Joe, it's Adams. He's just been cold for him all season, with a couple of flashy games, and Stroud. He's just been so off all year long. That's actually one of his better scores this year, 18 points. I would say that's one of his better scores there, So, Amon-Ra not as good as what he has been. And yeah, it's just been the story of Joe's season, really. It's 85 points is more than enough. It's a decent score in this league. It just isn't enough to be 105, and Chris Marks is on.
No, Amon-Ra hasn't had to be that great this year because their team's been that strong everywhere else. So that's the problem. So we'll go to this week so far then. How's it going with yourself and Alan? So Alan's had Lamar,
well,
and
yeah.
he's also had
So,
Bateman. So 32 points.
so I've
Still
been
pretty close
Lamar.
though.
Is basically what we're saying here right now is I've been Lamar. So we'll
Yeah.
see if I can come back from it. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's one score, it's one player, but and this, I could score 65 points this week easily. And he's already halfway to that. If that was what I was to score. So what Jack Lamar's start has given Alan, it's given him a very big head start. I don't know what James Connor's question mark there is, but it would be very, very handy if it's James Connor not playing. You know what I mean? Because he
He's been
has,
questionable all
and
season though. So
he, James Conner has never played 17 games in a season. He's never played 16 games in a season, and this would be the first year for him to do it. So if he would like to sit out this one, that would be quite nice. But yeah, I
well,
mean,
if they lose today, they'll sit out next week because there's no chance of winning the division. I think they're still 2
it's
games back, so they still can. So
doesn't matter for that if he loses this after this week, does it? But I mean, I've got
well,
options
no,
here
it
in the
does
bench
for
today.
them
Yeah.
though. If Arizona win, they've got a chance to win their division. If they don't win,
Yeah.
you
If they
can rest
win,
them.
yes,
I'm thinking more
big
football
if
terms
though.
than any fantasy terms, but yeah, I kind of for the long days.
See,
But no,
I've got options on the bench, and I'm not finished yet. I'm not necessarily running with that with the kicker and the defense. I might swap them out. Um, I've got other options.
you've got to keep the defense against the Giants.
Is that an O next to it? Gus said the Gus
Yeah, he's out.
Glasgow. It's an O
Gus
next.
the bus
Oh,
is
he's
out,
out.
so your options are limited
Oh,
that month.
I've got
It
less
was
thought.
announced
Do you know
about
how
an hour or
close
2
I
hours
was?
ago.
Do you know how close I was to putting Penix in for Goff last week just to try and be smart and try and be cute? And it wouldn't have made a difference in the end. I would have
Yeah.
still won, but I would have been kicking myself for being so silly, because I'm looking at Goff and thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing this week. If they go up early, which, you would think that they will against the Bears. Oh, no, sorry, they're playing tonight, the
And the
49ers, but even
49ers.
more so, I just see them not caring that much anymore. They've got the playoffs to think about. I know they've still got home field advantage to get, and that's a big thing. But
Well, they're still going to get the division. So,
Penix is fighting for his job. He's fighting for and they're still fighting for a playoff spot. They're still fighting for the division against the Giants, who have been pretty rotten. So
yeah, but
I'm humming
Detroit
and
are,
hawing there,
Detroit
But
are still playing
The
for the
Raiders,
division.
the Raiders beat the Jaguars, didn't they, at the
Yeah, so
weekend?
the Giants are set number
Yes,
one. Yeah.
so Giants are set number one and needing a quarterback. So
I think the Raiders are actually sitting number 4 seed now after that one. But you got to remember Detroit are still playing for the division. They've not
no,
qualified
yeah, I
yet.
know,
So,
and yeah, exactly. They could end up they could end up on the road the whole way.
and they play
And still,
Minnesota next week. So
and they're on a
did anybody
13
play
and 2
Minnesota this
record.
week?
It's ridiculous. It's but that's just where we're at. The Packers have won 11 games and we're not in the
Well, you've secured
conversation
a
for
player
the
spot.
bye week. But
Yeah.
that's what it is. So I mean, these things are going through my head. I think Alan's team pretty much picks itself. Let's see what he's got on the bench there, but I'm pretty sure he's kind of.
You left
I
out
mean,
Debo and played Bateman, which he regrets doing. But apart from that,
he did, but he's got that option. He's got that option again this week. Now he has changed his team because he had Akers in last week, so it looks like this is what So he has been in. He has looked at his team. He has, so it might be done. The Lions D's just with the lack of players that they have now. It's a big one to pull, and obviously I don't want to be giving tips to my opponent and stuff, but you might want to be checking the weather forecast in Cleveland for the kicker. It's I know Sanders gets quite a few points, but if it's a snow game or anything like that, you might want to rethink. These are just the kind of things that need to go through your head before we get to the actually all kick off. And I'll be doing exactly the same in my own. And I need to remember that the Arizona Los Angeles game is in the middle of the night, Saturday night, Sunday morning. So make sure I'm up for it, so I can decide on the kicker if I'm going to change him out or not.
yeah, there's 3 games on Saturday night.
Yeah, 3 games on Saturday night.
And Monday night and Sunday night. We've been knackered next week.
Yeah, it's a long weekend of NFL football, and he's got quite a lot of action. You know, on Saturday he's got McBride at the late one. He's got Sutton playing in the middle one, and he's got Gibson
Gibson
playing
in the
in the
first
early
one.
one. So he's got interest
You've,
all through Saturday night, which of course gives
oh,
me
you've
interest
got
all
Gibson
through
against
Saturday night.
Stevenson. You've got Gibson
I've
against
got
Stevenson. Is that the
Stevenson
only
and the
one?
Colts D at the moment. Oh
Yeah,
no, that's Sunday. So
that's
just
Sunday.
Stevenson for me. So yeah, it should. So it looks like Alan might have a lead heading into the Sunday night game, so that'll be it, and I'll be chasing. So that's. I think. How do you prefer it to be? Do you prefer the man with the points in the board, or do you prefer to be the man with the players coming?
I prefer to be the one coming
You like the players?
because
I think
you
that.
can see your players that are coming. You know if you've got a chance. So I prefer coming. Like
Yeah, I think I'm the
I
opposite, to
don't
be
like the
honest. I
lead.
think I prefer to have the points on the board, and then and then I could, obviously you're watching and hoping that your opponent doesn't catch you. But yeah, I think I prefer having the points on the board. I feel more comfortable with the points on the board than I
Well,
do
it
when I
doesn't
look on
always
and see
work.
I'm 60 points behind. That just freaks me out. So yeah, I think I prefer having the points on the board. But it looks like I'm going to be chasing on Sunday for sure. He'll get a few points from Sutton. He'll get a few points from Gibson.
You'll get a few points
I mean,
tonight
I'll
from
get a
the
couple.
Jigba.
I'm
You've got a
hoping I
Jigba
get
tonight.
something pretty decent from Stevenson, but with him already having 33 points on the board, it's yeah, Alan will be taking the lead into Sunday for sure. So it'll
Well,
be all for me to do on Sunday afternoon.
he'll be increasing it tonight when Jigba. So
Oh yeah, of course, and he's got Jigba out tonight as well. Or Jings, yeah. So it's he's really got a lot out. And then for the number one, we've got Chris
4 points so
playing.
marked for the Eskimo Brothers. That was from Pat Frymouth. Would have been 6, but he fumbled.
Yeah, so that's not the best of starts for Sean and his Eskimo brothers, really, is it? I mean, he's after back-to-back number ones, and it's going to pretty much rely on what Allen does against the New York Jets for me. If Allen does what Allen can do, then I think that'll be enough to see Sean over the line. But if Allen falters like he did last week, he'll open the door up for Chris, and certainly, he's got a chance to run through it with Richardson playing the way he is up against the Giants. T. Higgins is back in form. Jefferson done well. He's
Yeah.
up against Packers. Could be anything. Laporta there. The door will open if Allen doesn't go crazy for Sean. But if Allen does go crazy, you would think that Sean's got enough there behind to see him over the line.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think obviously Hubbard's better than Algier. Ford's probably better than Bixby. Evans is better than Higgins. Jefferson's better than Judy. Laporta should get more than 4 points. McConkey's better than Downs. Kickers are about 50-50, and Vikings defense is better than Seattle. But Green Bay's a better offense.
Yeah, I get
So,
their games or the games that they're playing against. So yeah, it's absolutely wide open, and winner obviously gets the coveted number one pick for next year. Obviously, hasn't helped Sean out this year, although it has helped him get back to this stage. So it's helped him out just enough. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does there. If Sean wins that, and will he keep Allen again? Will Allen be that number one pick once more, or is that will Josh Allen head back into the pot as he sees what's been left over? But yeah, that's where we're at, Johnny. I'm in I think it's my first ever Show Me the Money final. I certainly have never won it before. That's for sure. We know that. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what happens this week, and excited to play Alan. And it's a new name that's going on the trophy this year.
it is indeed. It's been a while since Spears. I hope people have been putting engraving on it, hopefully. I'll let you do a lot of backtracking.
Well, if they
So, well,
haven't,
that's
I'll
it.
backtrack it all. I've already found a wee shop I can get it done at. So yeah, I'll get it backtracked if it comes to me. Obviously, it's a big if, big if, big if.
I know when it came back to me, it wasn't done. So to 2 years, but there'll be a lot more of it has been done since then. But imagine 1 or 2 have. So
Imagine
we'll
a couple
see.
will be done.
Doug would have done it, but anyway. So well, that's us for the week, and we'll be back next week. And good luck to yourself, and good luck to Alan, and also good luck to Sean and Chris in the consolation.
Indeed.
I'm not even bothered.
Good luck,
I'm not
gents.
even bothered looking at my
I mean,
team this week. So
well, let's not forget everyone still is playing for a place. basically, if you win this week, you're one place higher up the draft than you will be if you lose. So that's what you're playing for this week. You've already got your draft area of your 2-slot area. You're like, you've got your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You win this week and you get the higher one. You lose this week and you get the lower one. So basically, if you win, you get the odd number, and if you lose, you get the even number this week.
Yeah. Or the opposite in the consolation. Is that right?
Good luck, everyone.
So good luck, everyone, and we'll speak to you next week. But we'll speak to you next year. Oh, there you go.
Yes, happy
Have a
New
good one.
Year when it comes around.